ForAH Cinema presents The Giver by Louis Laurie. An overview. A Teens 5 production made up by Camus Lur, Cotino Valentina, Martín Tiago, Martínez Valentina, Montenegro Lara, and Ubeira Nazarena.
Hello, my name is Lur Camus, and I'm going to talk about the characteristics of science fiction. Science fiction is a genre of fiction literature born in the 1920s, whose content is imaginative but based in science. It is unrealistic and is not based on supernatural phenomena. It relates possible events developed in an imaginary setting. Some examples of the action can be interstellar travel, conquest of space, consequences of a terrestrial or cosmic hecatomb, human evolution due to mutation, evolution of robots, virtual reality, alien civilization, etc. Some characters of science fiction are a direct cause of human evolution, robot evolution, virtual reality, and the existence of alien civilization. It relies heavily in scientific facts, theories, and principles as support for its settings, characters, themes, and plot lines. So, while the storylines and elements of science fiction stories are imaginary, they are usually possible according to science.
Okay, the fantasy is a literary genre which in certain way makes both reality and natural phenomena. In this genre, both the characters represent and the context are super realistic. That is to say that it presents common characteristics of our world with the aim that the reader feels identified, to start the so-called fear of the unknown, which is distinguished at the moment that there is a break in a reality when the supernatural presents itself. Okay, the features of the fantasy are the eruption of an abnormal element in a story that took place in a real world, take place in a realistic space. The story is based on the unreal and cause and effect of reality. And some regular themes are parallel life, metaphoristics, etc. Okay, now science fiction is defined as the literature of the imagination about the future in which narrates a technological and scientific advance. Okay, the future of science fiction are based on science, imagine possible futures, imagine about advance of technology, inspired by the possibility of alien encounters, living in other place, or time travel.
Hello, I'm Chao, and today I talk about Louis Laurie life. Louis Laurie was born on March 20 in 1937 in Honolulu, Hawaii. When she was childhood, her family moved to United States during Second World War. Then they moved to Japan for 2 years, and they returned to United States. In United United States, she graduated from high school. Then when she was 19 years, um, she got married with Donald Lowry, and she had 4 children, and they settled down in Portland. Uh, Lowry received a bachelor's degree in 1972 from a University of Southern Maine, and her first job was journalist. In 1977, she and her husband divorced, and in 1993, Louis Lowry began writing a giver. And I think that this book is based in, in a part of her life.
Hi, my name is Nazarena and I'm going to talk about the summary of The Giver. Jonas lives in simply utopia society where everything is in order and everybody's life has been perfectly planned to live them with no free will. There are no seasons, natural or any from entertainment. When Jonas and his peers turn 12, they are each assigned tasks in preparation for various professional fields. Jonas has chosen to be the receiver of memories. This is the most prestigious occupation in the community. He will bear the knowing of secrets known to no other until he passes them over to his successors. However, he has to deal with pain and sorrow that the memories carry. At the one step of training, Jonas received good memories from the giver. This makes him very excited. However, he must also be informed of the memories of fear, loneliness, grief, pain. It is these memories that make him realize the lack of free will and happiness that exist within the community. He also gains a different perspective of life and resolves to make a change. Jonas and the giver conspire to change the whole community. He resolves to run away to elsewhere, a land he has had of stories that lie far away. However, his exit will result in the secret memories spreading into the community. The inhabited will be unlikely to be freed some would have been denied, and he result in making might result in a revolution. Jonas lived for the long and journey despite the risk of death. He finally sees some light at far distance, and he is now affirmative that he has finally arrived at his destination.
Literary devices. The term literary devices refers to the typical structures used by writers in their works to convey a message. The different literary devices helps readers to appreciate, interpret, and analyze a literary work. We're going to focus on two of them, themes and symbols. Theme. As a literary device, themes refers to the central, deeper meaning of a written work. A theme is a central topic, subject, or message within a narrative. Theme answers the question, what is the text about? An example of theme for the giver is the memories. Symbols. A symbol is something that stands for or suggests something else. It represents something beyond literal meaning. An example of symbols for the giver is the connection with the past. When they reached the end of the hill, Jonas saw a woman. He, excited about finding another human being, asked the lady,
Where am I?
Don't worry, you are in the safe place.
Who are you?
My name is Rosemary.
What's Rosemary?
Do you know me?
You are the giver daughter, aren't you? It's impossible you were dead.
Yes, that's what everyone thinks. But I pretend to be released to escape from the community.
The years passed by, and Jonas and Gabriel's lives had changed. They started living in a rebellious community that was called Elsewhere. It was a community who didn't want sameness, because they believed in the importance of memories and freedom. Gabriel grew up having feelings and emotions, with a lot of questions about his past that needed to be answered.
Jonas, I had a dream.
What was it about?
I don't want to tell about it.
You know that I used to live in a community where we have rules. One of them was that we must tell our dreams to our parents in the dream telling time, and
Help, help! Found the woman down the hill. Please help me.
oh my god, I know her. She is Fiona, one of my friends from the community. What is she doing here?
After a while, Fiona wakes up and finds Jonas and Rosemary who are taking care of her.
Jonas, is it you? Are you alive? All this time I thought you were dead.
Yes, it's me. What are you doing here?
It's a long story, but we don't have time. When you left the community, your memories come back to the community, and now that doesn't work. The giver sent me to find you. Well, that was his last will before passing away.
Is he dead?
Exactly. He passed away some time ago. We need to stop this war. Jonas, you are the only one that can help us.
After discussing for a long time what to do, Jonas, Rosemary, Gabriel, and Fiona go back to the community. They found a community in chaos. This happened when the memories came back, as the citizens realized that the chief of elders had lied to them for years. The community was filled with anger and confusion. Without the giver, the community started a revolution. When they arrived to the community, they summoned the citizens for a meeting in the auditorium.
Why do you think that Jonas can help all these people?
Because he was the only one that was able to develop wisdom with memories.
When I was baby, I received memories from Jonas. All those memories still live within me. I wish I were the giver so I could help all those people.
Hey, someday. Now Jonas has to speak to all the members of the community.
When I started my training as the new receiver of memories, I realized that we were living a lie. I left the community to find the elsewhere, and we can go there. But it's important that you all understand the importance of the memories.
It's not the elder fault that you don't know anything. They thought they were protecting you.
Now that you know the truth, we invite you to live with us in a community without names, what we call the elsewhere, where you will be able to live your life as individuals.
Some of the members of the community decided to change, and some others not. But what's important is that the war ended and they lived happily ever after.
Take pride in your pain. You are stronger than those who have none. The Giver by Louis Laurie. An alternative ending.